Like I said in the last one, celebs make changes with how they look all the time. Some might be as simple as getting a different hairdo, while others can have physical changes that can make them look like an entirely new person, with some of the people being completely unrecognizable now, compared to how they looked when we saw them on their first red carpet. And today, for the second time, I'm going to be talking about celebs you probably won't recognize. Hey, what's up everyone? I'm your host Mackenzie Smith, and in this video I'm going to be listing the top 10 celebrities you won't recognize part 2. But before we get into this list, make sure to like and subscribe below. Also click the bell to know when we post. Alright, now let's get into the list you've been waiting for. Starting off at number 10, we have RENEE ZELLWEGER. So RENEE ZELLWEGER shocked fans and other Hollywood elites in 2014 when she showed up to Elle's Women in Hollywood Awards. And people were wondering, what happened to her face? She didn't look bad at all, just a bit different. Then after all the speculation on what happened with RENEE, she decided to speak on it, saying, quote, "I'm glad folks think I look different. I'm living a different, happy, more fulfilling life, and I'm thrilled that perhaps it shows. It seems like folks who come digging around for some nefarious truth which doesn't exist won't get off my porch until I answer the door," continuing that she doesn't understand all the interest, as all that's changed is that she's now healthy and peaceful. Personally, I noticed a difference in the way that she looks and talks, so I believe she did have some work done, but if she doesn't want to admit it, then that's her choice. And at number 9, Carrot Top. Comedian Carrot Top looks completely different than he did in his prime, and now he looks pretty unrecognizable. He's best known for his long red curly hair, and he's also known to a lot of people as someone who had a botched plastic surgery. If you look at before and after photos, it's pretty clear he had some sort of facelift, and his eyebrows and just eye shape in general are incredibly different. Along with the facelift, he's rumored to have undergone chemical peels, gotten Botox, filler, and even had his body injected with steroids to improve his muscles. As of now, he's regarded as having one of the worst plastic surgery fails of all time. But the good thing is apparently it hasn't changed his comedy much, and he still has adoring fans that will come see him perform. And at number 8, Heidi Montag. Heidi Montag, who is best known for her days on reality TV show The Hills, is notorious for getting tons of facial and body modifications done to change her innocent look into more of a Hollywood Barbie look. Back in 2010, at age 23, The Hills star revealed that she had undergone 10 body-altering procedures in one day, including a brow lift, a chin reduction, and Botox injections. She allegedly has had work done on almost every part of her body, ranging from neck liposuction to a butt augmentation. She also had a mini brow lift, chin reduction, Botox in her forehead and frown areas, as well as fat injected into her cheeks and lips. And looking at the before and after does show a massive difference in looks. Thankfully though, all the procedures were done well, and she seems to be happy with them all. And at number 7, Meg Ryan. Meg Ryan is someone else that people claim looks incredibly different now, because it's pretty obvious she's had some work done. In 2016 is when she first showed off her new look at the Tony Awards, and everyone was shocked that the woman we had seen in 90s rom-coms wasn't really there anymore. It was pretty evident to everyone that Meg probably got some filler in her cheeks and lips, because they looked noticeably more plump. Meg has always denied that she went under the knife, but I think by looking at the pictures, even though it is somewhat subtle, I think it's still pretty obvious she had some work done. And at number 6, Jennifer Grey. I don't know about you guys, but I've seen Dirty Dancing so many times that I have the image of Jennifer Grey in that movie basically imprinted in my mind. And I think it goes the same for a lot of you, because not only was that movie iconic back then, but it's still beloved now. But the star of the movie looks drastically different than how she did back then. So much that I had no idea who it was when I looked at the pictures of her now. One of the most drastic changes she went through was getting a nose job. And even though I'm sure tons of haters told her that she needed to get it done, it was actually a pretty serious mistake, since her nose was the most recognizable thing about her. When she changed it, it made her look like any other run-of-the-mill kind of girl. And even though she looks beautiful, she doesn't look how she used to. How about number 5, Val Kilmer. Val Kilmer is someone that you guys actually commented that I missed when I did part 1, and looking at him now, I can see why. Val was known back in the day as movie star hunk, but now he looks pretty different. A lot of people wondered for years why Val started to look so different, but then he came out admitting that he was battling throat cancer after denying it for years, and saying the reason he's changed so much is because of his diagnosis. He denied being sick for many years, but in 2017, he talked about the changes his diagnosis caused, saying, quote, "I feel a lot better than I sound, but I feel wonderful. I was diagnosed with throat cancer, which healed very quickly. This is a tracheotomy to help me breathe because the glands in my throat swelled up as well." In at number 4, Ariel Winter. Ariel Winter first became known to most people through her role in Modern Family, and she plays an adorable and awkward teenage character coming into her own. But as Ariel has grown up, she looks totally different. In 2015, when she was 17, she was legally emancipated from her parents. She decided to get a breast reduction surgery, telling Glamour in August, quote, "I got it for myself. I can't even really put into words how amazing it feels to really feel right." But her changing looks have caused some to think she had more work done, with people thinking she got lip fillers, cheek fillers, and a nose job. But Ariel denies those rumors. She even clapped back at one hater on an Instagram photo who accused her of having work done, saying, quote, "You're also wrong about all of it, by the way. One breast reduction and I lost weight. But you do you, boo." And at number 3, JOCELYN Wildenstein. The former socialite is best known for having one of the most botched plastic surgery of all time, with one doctor flat out saying, quote, "JOCELYN Wildenstein is a poster child for plastic surgery gone wrong." Apparently JOCELYN, who is known as the, quote, "line woman of New York," reportedly underwent dozens of plastic surgeries, all to win back her husband. So I guess let this be a lesson to everyone to never do anything like this for a man. One doctor believes she had a brow lift, face lift, lip plumping injections, chin augmentation, fat grafting and or cheek implants, upper and lower eyelid surgery, and a catheoplexy, a procedure that elevates the eyes to give them that cat-like appearance, which of course is quite a lot of work. And apparently the woman, who's now over 70 years old, said she's not done with surgery and has an addiction. When she split from Alec Wildenstein in 1999, who is a billionaire businessman, she set a record of divorce settlements and became one of America's wealthiest women. And the craziest part is that she denies having any work done, and says her high cheekbones and long hair is because of her Swiss background. Let me know below if you think it's all natural. And at number 2, Daryl Hannah. Actress Daryl Hannah was another person who people believe was plagued by bad plastic surgery. After photos released of her showed her face looking really puffy and unnatural, everyone was pretty convinced that she had been botched. But Hannah denies having work done. She told Britain's Daily Mail, quote, "There was a picture taken a while ago of me emerging from the ocean with my hair slicked back and no makeup on. I looked as though I had puffy, squinty eyes, and the rumor went round that I had work done. I lost jobs because of it and I thought of suing." But even though she denied surgery, she didn't deny filler or Botox, and doctors now believe fillers are the case of the change, and the filler now dissolving is why she looks more like her normal old self. Plastic surgeon Dr. Richard Fleming of Beverly Hills told Hollywood Life, quote, "Her face looks much rounder. Everything about her face used to be much thinner. Cheeks, jawline, nasal label lines, everything was much more pronounced. In my opinion, there's a lot more fullness and it's not a natural contour. I have no idea what they did, but there is filler material in there." And finally, number 1, Janet Jackson. Janet Jackson's face has changed many times over the decades, and she really doesn't look like she's aged at all. All of these changes and the lack of aging can definitely be attributed to cosmetic procedures, with fans saying that she looks unrecognizable compared to when she was younger. And even though Janet has never publicly admitted to having work done, that doesn't mean that people won't speculate. One cosmetic doctor spoke to Mirror Online, saying that they believe she had a neck lift, as well as a nose job to change the tip of her nose. As well, the doctors think she got filler in her cheeks, as well as possibly the jawline. Alright everyone, that's all for the list. Let me know what you're thinking down below. Do you agree with my list? Were there any that I missed? Let me know. But before I head out, I'm gonna shout out some comments. So 23 Red Techno said, "If I was into guys, I would most definitely date Jeff Goldblum. He's very smooth." Yeah, I feel like Jeff Goldblum is one of those people that people are just like weirdly attracted to. It might be before my time, but I feel like he was in a movie where he looked, you know, like a total hottie and everyone now falls in love with him. I mean, I can see the appeal. Then Slim Arcane said, "I think Tom Cruise and Cher were the oddest couple on this list." I mean, now that I think about it, very strange. Very, very strange couple. And it's crazy that Cher kept talking about it. So clearly, Tom was probably the one that like ended things, because Cher seemed very down. Amanda Marie said Robert Pattinson might actually have brain damage. Embarrassed by Megan Fox? She should be embarrassed by him. I heard he doesn't shower. The shade. No, seriously. Firstly, how can a person be ashamed of Megan Fox? Like, that's just, I don't think that's humanly possible. But also, he doesn't shower. Not surprised. I feel like he's the type he would go so like method into a role, he like wouldn't shower. Alright everyone, that is all for the list. Thanks so much for sticking around if you made it all the way here. I've been your host, Mackenzie Smith, and I will catch you in the next one. I also need a tan. Jeez, I'm looking at myself, I'm like, girl, you need some sun.
Closer to these lights, maybe?
Maybe. Jesus. Take the wheel.